The movie is about a wooden doll. Many of the murders are related to this wooden doll. Opening film and 8 to accompany the wedding ceremony. The captain's son committed suicide. Death, because he didn't want his son to go down to the Golden Spring alone. The captain married his son. The bride is a wooden doll, buried with the Son of the Lord, to comfort his spirit. The wedding is over. The captain could not help but grieve when he lost his only son. The captain started smoking drugs. In the moment, the casket of the young master and the banknotes burned. Suddenly the wind came. There was a black cat on the owner's coffin. The man felt a chill in him. Always keep going and talking. Young master only serves the destiny. Don't threaten me with the game. Then, a worker of the SA government teases the man, coffin guard, to people. They're talking and the lid opens automatically. A hand in the coffin sticking out. They both turned around and were killed soon after. While the marshal was high, I can hear someone singing, "Cow dang." I saw a man in a double dress singing. Standing behind the veil. He stepped closer to see. I saw a wooden doll in front of me. 15 later the guy saw Ra was digging in confusion. When he went to perform in a choir. A lot of your fans. And there were aunts who loved him so much. Or handsome again. Below the stage, the young wife is also cheering for him. Wife sees her aunt keep pushing with her husband. You are jealous in your heart. The world knows. Give your wife a necklace to earn points. Then, he broke up with his wife to buy a car. Puppet, so he's talking a little late. On the way home, I met the man with the wooden box. Accidentally hit by the boy. He dropped something in the wooden box. The world sees a wooden doll fall out. The man picked it up and left. I went to the paper store. But calling forever without AI speaking, there is no shadow inside. The world comes to look around. Accidentally, he saw the man's wooden doll. Back on the street. Attracted by the outside of the doll. You brought it home. I came home looking panicked. It also surprised the wife. I thought you picked up something precious. The woman saw only a doll. It's nothing that you're in such a hurry. So Ra sat and stroked the doll like she was mesmerized by it. He's at the paper store at the same time. The man found his doll missing. Wife is bathing inside the bathroom. You're enjoying yourself. Suddenly there's a human shadow passing through the membrane. It startled you. Put your head in. I saw the doll in front of me. It makes you afraid to pee. Your husband is so evil that he takes the doll to scare you. Then the world brought the doll Ra. Carefully make up for it. Like makeup for his wife. I accidentally dropped his head on the ground. I quickly picked it up. I'm not paying attention right now. The doll's legs on the chair were also moving. And then you reassemble the complete head for it. It started to thunder and rain, causing the power to go out. The window was blown by the wind. Go away, close the window. Back when you come in, I heard the sound of singing out of the doll. He looked at me and opened his mouth. It makes you panic. Start the world sitting alone. Make up yourself in front of the mirror. It's like a haunted person. The wife took the lamp upstairs and went down. I saw a pool of blood on the ground. Panic, she tripped on the floor. When I look up, I see that the world is hanging. When did the police arrive at the scene? After looking at the evidence at the scene, the director concluded that suicide. The wife does not believe her husband committed suicide. You call the police to investigate. But the director didn't change his mind. Your husband died by suicide. He even pushed her down. The police officer now sees that. I told the chief to stay. Take her testimony. Tell him to go home. Then, the police officer took her to a temporary hotel. Your house is a crime scene. I have to leave you at the hotel for now. He told me what happened. You can go to the police station and find him, because there's something wrong with this murder. The police came to him. Your forensic friend to find out more clues. After the autopsy, the coroner said, before the priest committed suicide, it seems that consciousness is not very conscious. When you look at the traces of water, the police officer remembered the murder case 15 years ago of the Marshall's government. I'll be right back. 6 back to the old case file to find clues. Let me find a picture of the dead captain. Has exactly the same characteristics according to his wife before he died. He brought the wooden doll home. At the hotel right now, my wife is not worried about her husband's death. She hurried back home, tore off the police seal. Inside the house, suddenly you hear the singing. When I looked down, I saw the doll on the ground. You pick it up. Then she saw her husband standing in front of her. Then he turned his head to look at her. I was startled to wake up. You see the police officer next to you. From ever beginning, the police told me. Case 15. Before the Marshall government held a wedding. The victim was the son of General Trong Nguyen Chi, but who expected that night's murder to happen. Then Trong Nguyen Kai's soul returned. The legend of the killer puppet. Keep moving like this so far. The school police asked her, "Do you know where the doll came from? Bring it home or not?" She remembered what her husband said. Carpentry is an extremely complex technology. Very few teachers can do that. This clue is extremely important. The police immediately returned and the investigation began. I went to a lumber mill. He pretended to see Master Zheng to order a wooden doll. When you come in, if someone comes out and stops you, let me in. Master Zheng did not accept your offer. He said he only does household goods here. Not be that puppet. Not say much. He told the people to fire him. He hurried inside. Take the wooden case that holds the puppet inside. Destroy it all. Outside, the police were beaten by Master Zheng's disciples. But fortunately, you also have a bit of martial arts. These guys aren't your competition. When you defeat them all, he stormed into Master Zheng's room. When I came in, I saw him sitting still. The wound was caused by him heaping the tree himself. Nails and their own. Everyone immediately took him to the emergency hospital, but not through. Before death, he wronged his disciples. Give the letter back to the police. Go to the police station to find the police. But the director was promoted by out. She immediately called for a tow truck to take her to the marshal's palace. When you arrive, the palace seems to have been abandoned for years. There are no people, just walked in. You can feel it in front of you. The captain's son. You keep going forward. But you don't know. Someone is standing by watching you. Inside the house, suddenly a middle-aged woman appeared. Surprise makes you startled. This woman, it's the captain's house. Please tell her 15 years ago. What's finally happened here? After her husband brought a wooden puppet home. Hanging the dead at home. You want justice for him. I want to know the death of your husband. Compared to 15 before, is the murder in the shogunate related? And then she told this story. It starts with the two of them. One of them was a man named Willow. A man named Trong Lu Chi. The first time they met was in a theater. That year, Willow High singing is in that play Love Air. After the song is over, there's a bunch of hooligans on stage looking for trouble. He also ruined his puppet. Trong Nguyen Chi saw that he stepped up to pick up the puppet. That scoundrel saw you threaten me. After knowing the nature of the limb, he just left. Since that day you two are like old friends. From then on, you've been working on the script all day. Willow promoted, who's a famous actor in the theater world, who suspects the school also has research on the script. There is a lot of research on happiness. Long, you to become soulful brothers, nothing goes unsaid. The captain returned from the battle and did not see his son Ra pick him up. He's not angry. Where is Trong Nguyen Chi? The family said. He goes. Theo Willow comes out. They say that singing is just singing. Nguyen Chi stuck with him all day. The captain was angry. The wrong person to call Trong Nguyen Chi back for you. On my side is Trong Nguyen Chi looking for a puppet maker to bring the Willow into play. This puppet you told Zheng, master of Swiss gas making. Trong Nguyen Chi. I also gave him the Atlantic watch. I hurried to get Nguyen Chi back. Because the marshal has returned and is angry. He went home to see his father. He said he came back this time as a soldier. Waiting for it to be done this time. I want you to go with him to training. He later replaced the captain. Trong Nguyen Chi did not want his father's arrangement. My father and I had a fight because of that. He was angry at his stubborn old man. Then Willow appeared. After knowing my friend's story, Willow came up with a plan. We can help them have fun together. The captain's purpose is to make money. Trong Nguyen Chi organized the opening of the theater to get people to donate money. Willow promoted for helping to promote Chi in the theater. They raised a flag to show their duty to save the consecutive 10 scenes. The boom stage. If you see it in nature, you will be happy. The captain was glad to see that. Compliment your son. Smart minds like me are really spiritual. Trong Nguyen Chi fixed the puppet with the technologies of the Atlantic. Inside the puppet, he brought Cho Lu to promote. Look at how things developed towards the plan. But the surprise finally happened. While performing on stage, Willow promotes the discovery of co-actors using weapons, not out of surprise. As they roll back those weapons, the captain immediately fell into chaos. The captain was attacked by several singers. Their goal is to target the captain. Because I want to like him. That they blend into the choir. The captain ran and shot the rebels. They surrounded him everywhere. Anyone who comes in is shot dead. Finally, the captain's army arrived. Destroy all the rebels. Willow didn't know it would happen like that. I can't help but associate with the rebels. Willow promotion is here tormented enough 7 days 7 nights. He thought of all possible ways to save him. He went to sing to raise enough money for the marshal and ask him to release the Willow to promote Raw. The captain knows. He dragged me to the place where I was singing and arbitrarily kill people watching the song. After going home, he gave the money to the butler. Ask him to help you release your friend. He promised he'll do his best. But when you shoot criminals, not only does it not help, he even shook Riz's face and played Riz. They shot him dead again. You will know your son to engage with Willow as a brother. He and the butler. Bring Willow's puppet to him. When Trong Yenchi opened the puppet, you panic. Then Raw the puppet Raw. This person is made of leather. He invited Sweden to sign. This Raw doll was made by Master Zhang Lone. From then on, it seems that Zhang was stimulated. All day alone facing the wooden puppet. Don't tell the I half a sentence. After Zhang Yunqi committed suicide, the captain arranged a wedding for him. At the same time, using a willow-shelled wooden puppet to bury with. Your boss might want to use this to comfort the soul of Trong Hyenchi. But that night the crime still happened. The spirit of Trong, back into the wooden puppet. The director of medicine went there. You sit, get the police summons to the paper store. Once inside, there's no eye there. Then the woman led Bic to the coffin. Inside the coffin is a wooden doll. It was this doll that her husband brought home. Because it's a killer. Why is it here now? The woman said, if you want revenge for your husband, let's burn it. Except for a moment I can think of it. Dolls can kill people. Someone must control it. And then she admitted that she was. Wooden puppets without AI control. Why can it kill people? Then out, it's all because of this woman. She made it look like she was poisoned. You try to run away. But this woman is chasing you with a knife. After the puppet is lost, she find a way to get it back. Finally, she caught up with you and tried to kill you. Kill mouth. When you woke up, you were in the hospital. And saw the million police next to me. You were about to be killed by that woman. The police came in time to shoot her and save her. I urge you to think that the death of the family was her murder. But the police will tell you, the death of the world is unintended. That day, after the world broke up, she accidentally went to a paper store. Wooden doll from there. And the owner of this paper shop is Lou promoted. And everyone thinks that Willow was shot dead. That's why they chose suicide. But the fact that Lou promoted was unexpected. The watch in front of his chest saved his life. So after the criminal Willow angry pitch said, but why would they want to kill the rationalist? The police summon her to the forensics to know the truth. Doctor teaches martial arts wooden doll. Inside the doll, there's a gooseberry powder. This powder is not toxic, but it causes hallucinations. The kinds of hallucinations that lead, after hallucinating. That's the real cause of death. That night Ra must have accidentally touched the organ. That's why it's dead. That year, after Willow Buddha High found out Trong Swankai's death news, it's so tragic, so he forced the liar to play the trick. Taking advantage of a goose mushroom to create a marshal's casket. You have one. It's not clear who the marshal's woman is. Why did she kill you? The police said she was the captain's wife. Her name is Freeze. She's also Willow's sister. After the marshal case happened, it's been wrongly rumored to be a killer. So this wooden puppet became the only clue to expose the lie. That day after the puppet was taken away by the world. This is for protecting my brother. A desire to hide the truth. Created once again the case of the gods. That's why she wants to kill you. Kill mouth. A lie that hides a lie is finally a lie. There's no killer wooden puppet. It's just people playing games. And finally, he also has to make amends before the law. The movie is over. Thank you for your interest. Follow. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified as soon as possible for the next video.